Hello guys, welcome to Genius Developer. I am a Java lead engineer. I have 10 plus years of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservice applications development. In this journey I have worked in multiple tech parks across Bangalore and Chennai guys. I have worked in Maneta Tech Park. I have worked in Maneta Tech Park, Bangalore. I have worked in ITPL and Whitefield, Bangalore. Also, I have worked in Electronic City, Bangalore, guys. And I have worked in DLF Cyber City, Purur, Chennai. And I have worked in Ramanujan IT Park, Chennai, guys. So, in my free time, usually I like to mentor and guide to young Java professionals. So today we are going to discuss one of the most beautiful and important concept in Java guys. It's about factory design pattern guys. So I will explain this question in very real life scenario guys, so that you will understand very easily all concept guys. So let's coming to the question guys. So what is factory design pattern? So what is factory design pattern? How does it work? Why factory design pattern is used, guys? Usually I have explained this all the logic very with real time example guys. But before going to the core logic explanation, I will explain you few pointers, important pointers about the factory design pattern guys. So in factory design pattern, it is a creational design pattern guys. Usually there are two types of design patterns. One is structural, one creational design pattern. So in Java design pattern, the one of the Java design pattern, it is a creational design pattern. Like singleton pattern, this is a factory design pattern. This is a creational design pattern. It provides a centralized interface and their implementation classes. This is very important point in the factory design pattern guys. First we have to define one centralized interface, then we have to implement the implementation classes for that guys. And it don't create objects directly using new keyword. Here we delegate the object creation logic. We delegate the object creation logic to a factory class or method. It will create the object dynamically guys, and the factory method decide which subclass object to be created as per user need guys. I will explain this logic in real life scenario guys. So if we talk about some real life scenario, so suppose we are going to Domino's pizza store and you don't know how to cook any pizza, veg or non-veg pizza, but you will just order any pizza to the Domino's. Suppose pepper paneer or chicken pizza you want to order. Usually what you will do guys, suppose any customer comes to the Domino's pizza counter. Suppose you went in any shopping mall or any Phoenix mall, suppose you went and you went to Domino's pizza counter. You will just give order here to the pizza counter. Order you will give, and you will give the name of the pizza, like maybe pepper paneer, maybe chicken pizza, or maybe margherita or farmhouse, anything. And in counter it will take the pizza name, and accordingly it will process it. Accordingly internally it will call that process, like it is pepper paneer or chicken pizza or margherita pizza. As per your request it will process, and it will prepare that pizza and will return to the customer, and customer will be happy after getting their pizza. So internally it will use the factory method. This is the factory method guys. Internally it will call the actual factory like methods. So it will call the exact what was the customer requirement, that pizza guys it will create. So let's coming to the code guys. So here I have implemented, see one, this is the main class guys, this is actually driver class. So it will call, actually I will show the code logic. We will see from here guys. The main thing is here first, it is a common centralized interface. We will define one centralized interface pizza and void cook. Then we will define all the implementation classes. Suppose we have pepi paneer, it will implement pizza and it will implement this cook method guys. Cook method is from the pizza interface guys. And same way chicken pizza, it will implement pizza interface and it will override this cook method and it will provide this logic for the chicken pizza guys. And same way margherita also will implement this cook method, but it will provide the margherita pizza. And here now this is the main logic guys, core logic of factory design implementation. In factory we will take one class and it will take one factory method. This factory method get pizza, or we can take prepare pizza. So it will pass the pizza type, what type of pizza, maybe pepi paneer or margherita, or maybe it is chicken pizza. So accordingly it will verify that request and it will create that object of that class guys dynamically, or pepi paneer or chicken pizza or margherita, whatever how many types of pizza, we will implement this logic guys. So this is the complete factory design pattern logic. So we will see to running and see the output guys. See, after running it will say welcome to Domino's Pizza. Then we have to please enter the favorite pizza name here guys. So we will enter, suppose pepi paneer guys, pepi paneer. See, now it is giving on dynamic output, your pepi paneer getting ready, please wait for 10 minutes. Likewise we can give any other input. So suppose we given chicken, so see your chicken pizza is getting ready, please wait for 10 minutes. So like this it will accept all the request and it will process, it will prepare that kind of pizza whatever the customer will request guys. So main logic, see this is the, like from counter it will accept the order and from factory it will prepare or process that kind of pizza. It may be pepi paneer or chicken pizza or margherita pizza guys, depend on the user requirement. So this was the core logic I have implemented. In this also I have given a complete explanation. This code also I have implemented guys, and I have arranged all the code properly. If you see this logic, complete like end-to-end code I have mentioned guys here. And here are the key points also, like where it is use factory design pattern, usually it is for loosely coupling and hiding the object creation logic, and it use JDBC connection, factory logger, factory and spring beans, everything guys. So Java factory design pattern concept has, I hope it got clear to all of you guys. Hope you like this concept and code logic guys. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel for such insightful sessions and videos. And please drop your comments and doubts in the comment box. I will be happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching so far. See you in next video guys. Happy learning till then.